Say hey, I'm Grandpa Eric and welcome to my garden. Today is episode 3 of the Pepper Sisters, day 49 in the garden bed. And today we're going to feed them, we're going to prune them, and we're going to start our count on how many peppers each one of these plants will give us. So who's the Pepper Sisters? Well, they started out with some 4 peppers that my friend gave me last year. And they grew up pretty nicely for us. They gave us more than 100 peppers. We took those peppers, we saved the seeds, and we planted them in a clear plastic cup. And that was way back in October. Well, they've been growing now for a while, and here's what they look like after just about 6 weeks. Then we separated them. We put them in their own pots, and you'll see that Carol was really struggling, not doing well at all. Betty coming along, and Ann was the best. So we decided we wanted to help Ann, and we decided to prune her. And that would help make her a lot more bushy. And right where we're going to prune her is where we're going to expect to get 2 branches off so we can increase our yield. Well, we sure did get 2 branches, and Ann was doing great. Betty gave us a pepper. We're really happy. And poor Carol, we gave her some rice water and brown sugar, and she's come back to life. She's got some blooms now. So let's put them in the garden. Give them a nice home and give them a place that they can live and thrive and do well and give us some peppers. Well, I put these girls in the garden 3 days ago. It's been really hot and they don't like it. And the experiment is going to be the difference in the pruning that we do and the fertilizers that we use. We're going to follow them all the way through the season and see how many peppers each one of them will give us. We're going to start with the organic fertilizer for Ann. So we're just going to pull back the mulch. Didn't mean to get it on the stem, but we'll rinse it off when we water. Let's put the mulch back. Let's do a little pruning here. Let's see what we can get. All right, now we're going to do something with Betty. And Betty is going to get our bloom booster. Even though it says flower food, I know that it's a 105210. So I like that. I'm going to put very little. Not quite a whole scoop, not quite. And we're going to put it in here. We're going to fill this baby up with water. And we're going to give Ann all she wants. Then we're going to give the rest to the marigolds. All right. Let's do a little pruning here. See what we can do with Betty. Anything that doesn't have a sprout is coming out. I'm a poet too, didn't I? All right, Betty. We got you cleaned up. We got you fed. See what you can do. Lastly, let's see what we can do with Carol. We're going to prune her out of here. Take these leaves. Did you see that pepper fall off? I'm not going to keep it. Something else wanted it, so We're not going to keep that one. Boy, Carol is doing great. And remember, she was the one that had nothing going for her. We'll take that out, even though it has a blossom on it. Looks like it's just one weak one. That's what we're going to take from Carol. Now, we're going to feed Carol. We're going to give Carol the hydroponic right here. And I mean, we're just going to give her a little shot. Little shot. Let's see how much. That's enough. We're going to put some water in there, about half full. As I said, always better to under fertilize than over fertilize. Let's give her all of that. All right. Sunday afternoon, May the 17th. This is our progress. I put up trellises on both ends now. And those cucumbers are finding their way up. These are behind them, different variety. The dill is doing nicely. More cucumbers that are coming up. Those are, I think, straight eights. Here's the marigolds. Here's the tomatoes. Here's the basil. And here are the two tomato plants. This one had so many suckers on it, and I trimmed it and cut it, and my goodness, look how bad I pruned it. But I had to, and now it's taken off again. So that's where we are. Oh, by the way, carrots are doing nicely. I just watered them. It has been raining every day here in Zone 8, and so everything is growing up so quickly. These are the pepper sisters. We're going to give you an update on the pepper sisters, but right now we're going to take the garden tour. The marigolds that are here to protect the vegetables from, or the plants from insects, have grown really large. There's one of our tomato plants from seeds. Here's another one from seed. And so is that one in there. That's a Roma over there. The cucumbers, I've been pushing these vines back to the trellis. But take a look at this cucumber. This is gherkin cucumbers. Those are the ones that are really small. And look where they are, all the way to the top of the trellis. We're going to harvest these when they get between 2 and 4 inches long. And as you can see, we've got some that are coming right now. Lots of them, as a matter of fact. Lots of them. So, these are our pickling hybrids. I'll tell you that story one day. But these are our pickling cucumbers over here. I have to get out here and prune these suckers off these cucumbers too. These are some smaller ones we planted later, or planted after these. And right in the center there is our dill. The dill is doing beautifully. I need to fix this trellis. Look at these marigolds about to flower. And our tomatoes are really coming. These are our mermandes, and look at all of the blossoms. This is that basil in there. We better harvest that basil. I see the one at the end is going to seed, so I'm going to grab that real quickly. And this is the slicing cucumber my friend gave me. Look how thick the stem is up here and how many blossoms we have. This is the other mermande. We're going to have some tomatoes there. Everything seems to be doing very well. In the propagation bed, those 10 roses that I put in here are all seem to have caught. Here's our carrots, and it's every time we need some carrots, we can harvest some now. My friend's donation. Tomatoes, everything is getting to the place where I'm going to be able to put it in the yard, in the bed shortly. And here are our mystery plants. It's still a mystery, but they're growing nicely. These are still a mystery too. This is May 28th, and this is the garden tour. We got some carrots, we got some dill, some basil, we got a pepper down there from Carol. We're starting to see our harvest. Well, the pepper sisters are starting to produce for us. I see Ann over here has got 3. I'll probably pull those in tomorrow or the next day. And Carol is doing great. So now it's time for the joke of the day. But remember, the joke of the day is not for children. Guy goes to the doctor's office. He is beat up. The doctor said, "My goodness, man, what happened to you?" He said, "Doc, you wouldn't believe it. Yesterday I was in church and I was sitting behind this lady. And when we stood up to sing hymn number 14, I noticed that her dress was stuck in the crack of her behind. And I knew she didn't want anybody else to see that. So I reached over and pulled that out. And she turned around and beat me up like this." He said, "Oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you." But so he fixes him up. A week later on Monday morning, there he is again, all beat up. "Oh man, what happened to you, man?" He said, "Doc, I was in church again. I was sitting behind that same lady. And don't you know, when we stood up to sing hymn number 132, sure enough, her dress was stuck in the crack of her behind." And I knew that she didn't want that, but I wasn't going to interfere. But the lady next to her saw it, and she reached over and she pulled it out. Well, I knew she didn't want it pulled out, so I pushed it back in for her. And this is what she did to me. So you can't help people in church. Well, thanks for joining me in the garden today. I hope you enjoyed it. I want you to check back so you can keep up with what the Pepper Sisters are doing for us. And remember, your plants don't need perfection. They just need consistency. We'll see you in the garden soon. And remember, I'm Grandpa Eric. Keep growing love.